Hello everyone, welcome to issue 14 of our newsletter. As our exclusive video for email subscribers. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you all for your support and helping the channel to grow. Well folks, here we are again. We've got a bit of an exciting month ahead of us, quite a few streams coming up, so looking forward to that. But first of all, just start off with some contributor news. The Mist on the Mountain, the latest book by Steve Knight, that's releasing on 31st of January. Links in the email. Current pre-order, so if you want to get it sent out to you first, get on the pre-order and then 31st. In fact, they usually go a day early, don't they, so it arrives you on the day, so yeah, that'll be good. He's doing a bit of a different tack this time, more of a ghost story rather than his usual thriller, but I think he's mixed a bit of it in. You've probably heard us talking to the channel anyway. He's got volunteers from the local community who wants to be murdered, and everyone's like, me, I want to be murdered. So, looking forward to getting that one actually, and seeing how it plays out, because it seems like there's a lot of good feeling and hype about it. So yeah, like I said, links in the email. Do the usual stuff and support our artists, because always appreciated to give their time here, and nice to see them creating their works and getting it out there. Guest appearances. I was recently on RX Oliver's channel for an interview. Short segment, basically it's called Evolution RPG, and it's essentially just talking about background history with the games and where we're going today, that kind of thing. Nothing like majorly heavy, but no, it's good fun chat. We managed to stay focused because we've been playing together, and we know obviously you can refer to games that we've played. There's a danger there going off in a few tangents, but we managed to rein it in and stay on track for the purpose of the interview. It's a set format, same questions to everybody sort of thing, and that's kind of the way it goes. But yeah, it's fun to do those sort of things. It's fun to go on someone else's channel, be the interviewee, and let them have all the stress of organising everything, and then I just turn up and say stuff. Always cool. Over next week, keep an eye out as well in the newsletter, because there's quite a bit of stuff coming up on other channels. Yeah, we're going to be busy appearing and doing other things. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, upcoming streams then. The big are all here for it. Start off tonight, Friday the 26th. I'm going to be on with Didoff and RX Oliver. We're going to be playing the horror, I don't know if it's a survival mystery game. It's called Devour. So essentially we're going to be cultists, where our cult leader summoned a demon and didn't do it right, and we have to either put the genie back in the bottle or summon the demon correctly so it's not as annoyed. Something like that anyway. Yeah, a bit of an interesting one. You're sort of going around trying to solve the mystery while not getting eaten by things. Sunday the 20th then, the HORRORific Talkspot. Cameron and I do our usual roundup of horror news, but we're being joined by Steve this time for a bit of a laugh, and we're going to be covering The Wicker Man and The Wicker Tree. So The Wicker Man, obviously the original with Christopher Lee and Edward Woodward, and the unofficial sequel by the same director in 2010, The Wicker Tree, which I haven't seen yet. That's my plan actually, after tonight's game. In fact, I might try and squeeze it in now after this video. But yeah, haven't seen it. I've heard it might be a wee bit cringeworthy, but we'll see it and have a laugh. If nothing else, sometimes watching a cheesy movie and having a couple of friends and just roughing on it could be a lot of fun. Okay, Monday the 29th of January, Steve and I are going to be completing the Amicus series of anthology films with Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. So I believe this is the one set on the train, and it has Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in it, acting together in the same scene for once. Because they've been kind of, they've appeared a couple of times together in this series, but they haven't been in the same scene together, which is a bit frustrating. Because you know when those two get together, it's going to be good. But we'll see how this goes. It's a strange thing working backwards in time, so we went from the most recent one, and then realised there's a whole series of these films, and worked our way back. So this is the first one that came out. So it better be good, because if it's terrible, then you'd wonder how all the sequels spanned, especially if some of them were really questionable, but we'll see how it turns out. Then Tuesday the 30th, Chris and I are back on again, continuing down the Graboid Trail with the Tremors TV show. So we're going to be covering the first two episodes, Ghost Dance and Feeding Frenzy. Sorry, Feeding Frenzy and Ghost Dance, it's the other way around. Feeding Frenzy is the first one, and Ghost Dance. I read a bit of the premise, and this seems to be focusing on the one Graboid, El Blanco, from Tremors 3. Be interesting to see how this turns out. I've heard, obviously, good things from Levi when they come on about it, so yeah, looking forward to how that TV show turns out. I've heard it's a more satisfying build-up and passing of the torch, or setup for passing of the torch, than what we got. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a bit more positive, because doing those last two films was diabolical. I mean, it really was a drop. And seeing something so good get trashed in that way just wasn't right. You know, you have to feel that sense of injustice. But yeah, it'll be cool to see how the TV show goes. Then Tuesday the 6th of February, we are back on the Draconis Strain trilogy, the Alien RPG game, carrying on with Destroyers of Worlds and dealing with the fallout of that last mission, because oh my god, that went wrong. If you've watched that went wrong very quickly towards the end, and it was like, why is this happening? Like, holy crap. Check that out, because that's a good thing about role playing, and when you're setting your own narrative rather than just consuming stuff, you don't know where the story's going to go, and this just, yeah, it was just absolutely crazy, but a lot of fun. They still streamed the debrief afterwards. We started going, what the hell happened there? But yeah, let's see what the fallout of that is and how we move forward. And then Monday the 12th of February, Steve and I are back on again. We're gonna Steve and I are gonna be covering classic horror. That's what we decided we're gonna do. So our focus is going to be like old school sort of movies of yesteryear, and just see how they hold up today. So we're going to do a comedy horror Carry On Screaming. If you're not British, you might know the Carry On films, but they're an absolute institution. They tried to, like, they're a thing of the 60s and 70s, and then obviously went away. They tried to bring it back, I think in the 90s, and it just failed, because you had a unique cast, you had a unique sense of humour. Obviously can be done today, that people freak out. Good to revisit that. I remember I grew up with the Carry On movies, absolutely loved them. It was all, even as a kid, like, there's adult humour there, but it's all restrained innuendo type stuff, and yeah, a lot of fun. So there you go, that is that for now. Obviously this is not the exclusive list, there'll be things happening in between. Definitely as we get into February, we have a couple of guest streams organised on other channels, so that'll be included as everything gets confirmed and links and images get shared, so I can pop it on. There's no point saying something's going to happen in case something's going wrong. So once the stream's set up, once we've got all the bits and pieces, then that's where I included here, because it kind of makes sense. But there you go. As always, thanks everyone for your support. Thanks for keeping with us and helping us grow. All your helps is invaluable. Every watch, every click, every like, absolutely fantastic. So just even to say, keep up to date with the channel, do the type of clicky things, and until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.